Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain, back for some more Dungeons and Dragons Online. So again, we are here in the Isle of the Forgotten Dreams. Now, in order to actually pick up this last part, which will be given by Venge, you do need to first have completed either raiding the Giant's Vault, or so which one's here? It's either raiding the Giant's Vault or mining for ancient secrets, so it's one of these two quests. Once you've completed one or the other, you don't have to do both. You'll then be able to turn in here, go through their dialogue, and then if you turn around right here, we'll be able to pick up the quest from Venge. So she'll give you a little reward. And here we go. So it is the Dreaming Dark. Now, the quest is all the way over on this far side. Really not hard to get to, especially if you have a horse. Now, I do want to point out, you can actually swim there, as it is on a higher level. So you do need to head down the path. Kind of make a small little jump there, but it's nothing major. And then we're going to want to head into the Storm Reaver's Temple, and finally into the Fountain of Dreams. Now, I do hope that on the end fight here, we don't lag too much. I know in the past I've actually referred to this boss as the creator of all lag, or the lag monster. But I know they've gone since and fixed a lot of the issues surrounding him, but again, we'll just see how much they've gone and fixed that. So the first thing we're going to do here is we are going to buff up and use all that. So one thing I do want to point out is, as we're looking around, we are going to see remnants of various parts of Stormreach. Alright, so from the platform we're going to head up the ramp into the little garden. Now as we attempt to head out through either the door here or the door here, oh no, that's the next room. Never mind. So we're going to continue off to the south. Now as we attempt to go through the door here, this is where it's going to start spawning in these guys. Now, you do want to definitely take care of, if nothing else, the Dream Stealers, who are a melee type character, and on hit they will drain your charisma, so just watch out, especially if you don't have a lot of charisma to lose. Alright, so there we go. Now, once they die, you'll notice all the bubbles going up. Kind of added in a whole lot of light gravity over here. And our next thing is we need to jump up to these fountains here. So jump at whatever rate is good for you. And here we go. So from here we can obviously head all the way up, but that's not needed. We need to just continue off to the off to the east. Kind of head into here, which is kind of like the tops of the market. Now again, we're going to have some enemies spawning in. Just gonna take them out quick. Now, once all of the enemies die in here, we'll actually turn on the light gravity again, allowing us to get those super jumps. So here we go. The other option is, of course, we can head all the way around and head out. So another thing to point out is we're going to have, at some of these locations, all these other little fence posts, and it's going to lead all the way up to the silver key up there. So I'm going to cast us a jump. We are going to go up here, so up we go. Now, this key here is completely optional. and not needed. It is used for an extra special chest. But you can also pick the locks on the doors. So again, I do just want to show you where these are. And yes. So here's their first key. We're just gonna head straight down. Now we do want to head now into this section. Now just watch yourself jumping up and over. As we get far enough, our light gravity is actually going to fade away. And we're gonna fall in. Now at this point, again, same as before, just watch out for those dream stealers. We're gonna need to kill everybody. Just gonna spawn in a second wave. There's that guy. Now we'll head in a little bit more. There's our second wave. There's that negative charisma. So there they go. So now you notice there again, we got a red key. And again, we have low gravity. So in order to get to that red key, we gotta hop across all these pillars. So it's honestly kind of annoying. But here we go. So at the very back, we got a giant's head here. And actually we can just jump right here. Here's our red key. Now the other one, we have another key up there for a green key. So to get that one again, we're just gonna hop up. I didn't quite make that. And there we go. So with all three keys, so again, this is if you don't have anybody who can pick locks. So with all three keys, what we're going to want to do is head over to that first section we were just in, where we picked up that first key. And rather than heading over to that building there, we actually need to climb to the top of that taller tower. So in order to do that, we just want to jump up here. From here, we're going to jump straight up on top of this one, and just do the same thing here. Jump here, kind of go to the edge, jump straight up top. Now once we get up top here, we just want to jump straight up. And why are these not spawning in? There we go. I guess it just took some time. So this is where we would use those keys to unlock the door. But again, you can just pick the locks. Now all you need to do is open the three doors. You don't actually go through them. Once all of them are open, it spawns in a portal above us. So again, we just want to jump up, and it's going to teleport us over here. Now at this point, we have an optional. As we progress inside, we have some guys here. Now, sometimes, and again, very, very rare cases, there is a tiny little enemy that you might see running around up here. If you kill him, you can actually get a very unique named item, which will restore spell points. Kinda handy. And then once up here, just to get the actual op, we gotta break the gems. There we go. From there, just go ahead and jump off. And we can head back to our main path. So there's that light gravity kicking in. Which is funny, with the light gravity we actually fall faster than with featherfall. Go figure. Alright, so if you aren't interested in the op, from this location you would obviously head across, do this room here, kill the spawns, then you would just head south, crossing this section here, all the way over to there. Now, don't worry about falling. If you do fall, you will be teleported back to the start into this location. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you that here in just a moment. So it does teleport you to the last location you've made it to. So here we made it to this section. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hop off and show you guys. Remnants of Storm Reach is real cool. So, oh no, we had fallen off. Heavy gravity, and it's going to create portals. So, we got the Dream Market, Dream Fjarlin, and yeah. So, Market is the first area, Fjarlin is the second area. So it'll take us to the end of Dream Fjarlin and plop us right here. So from here, we have just a whole bunch of spiders. Now you do gotta kill all the spiders to progress. So you have 3 right here. This is honestly the part that takes the longest if you are farming this quest. Once you start crossing this bridge, it's going to drop down another couple. From here, we're going to cross the bridge. Alright, there we go. So we're going to have a few more at this turn. And then after these guys, the final 5 are going to be at the very end here. Oh, seems I did miss a couple here. One on each of the bridges. Oh no. Alright, so we're just gonna kind of cycle back. Alright. Already getting with that lag. Alright, so once you've defeated all of these little dream caller spiders here, we actually get to my favorite part of the quest, and it's favorite just because of the dialogue that it does. And the reason for that is just the attention to detail that they had put into this quest. Now, at this point here, depending on which raids you have completed, again, before the release of this quest, any raid obviously after this point, they don't reference. But what they're gonna do is these guys here will have a dialogue, like, pop above their head. So they'll have dialogue text. So you're facing the Dreaming Dark Council. And they're gonna basically say, wait, I recognize, is that you? And then they'll be like, the one who destroyed Sorjak twice. Or the one who destroyed Vaughn. And each one will bring up various raids that were completed. So if you had completed all the raids before the point, you are going to get like a mention from like almost all of them. And yeah, once they withdraw, then it's just a fight. But I just love the fact that like they stop and actually reference the various raids that you had completed. Again, that was before the release of this content. After this, they haven't. This is not like they've gone back each time they've added in a new raid to add in another dialogue for those guys there. Though that would be cool. Not gonna lie. From here, it's just gonna spawn on a wave of guys, kill them, and we get a shrine. From here, just want to step through the glass. It's supposed to be a mirror. Actually, do I have my... I have not yet turned it back on. Alright, so yeah, so step through the mirror. Forgot to turn that on after one of our quests out in Stormhorns. And we're gonna have this big old beast pop up. And he's gonna summon in some guys. Now these guys are ranged, so it does make it a little difficult to hit them sometimes. You'll also notice, as you see here, with our champion going on, our event is still going on. For me, it is still just day 5. I know the event has long since been over. Now, once you defeat all the guys in here in the corners, let's see if we can even get that. Too bad. Alright, so from here we're just going to want to make our way up. Now you do want to be quick. As you'll notice, the bubbles here are actually getting faster. The objective is, it's going to reverse gravity, so you want to actually get to points where you're underneath these pillars. So it does give you a little bit of time between each run. Here we go, it's gonna start going up. There we go. So the reason you want to get onto these pillars, as it is throwing you up quite quickly. So if it is gonna catch you, at least with it being a low pillar, it really doesn't throw you that far. Whereas if we miss this pillar, for example, you'll see I don't take any damage, but if I'd gone all the way up, take a little bit of damage there, take a little bit of damage on the way down. This Featherfall doesn't actually work here. Now once we get here, again, it does have a few more of these Dreaming Dark Counselors. So watch that charisma. Once they all die, it's going to stop throwing you up and down. So you want to get through this part as quick as possible. And we're going to make our way, just continue north, right here. It's going to bring us in a couple more. Another Dreaming Dark Counselor that likes to lower that charisma. And avoid that lag. Once they die, we'll be able to use a shrine. Ooh, before I do that, get rid of that curse. Let's go ahead and shrine. And through here will be the end fight. Now, hopefully, like I said, I've often called this guy, you know, the birth of all lag, or the lag monster. That's for good reason, and hopefully we don't lag too much. If we do, I may actually have to turn that video post effects off, as that'll definitely assist there. So we're gonna head through on to the end fight, which is the Devourer of Dreams himself. Now you do want to have death ward for this fight, as it is just brutal. Now you'll see he is a raid tier boss, and he is also draining that charisma. He also has 77,000. Now as you are fighting him, he's going to start spawning in these living nightmares. Now they suck. They can insta-kill, and they just cause a lot of lag. Let's give ourselves a restore here. So as you'll see, he is a purple tier, so he is considered raid boss difficulty. Now, if you choose to fight him, just brute force him. Watch your stats, as if you hit 0, you are stunned. And then you're stuck sitting there with a thumb on your butt, just waiting for him. So his attacks himself isn't too bad. It's that stat drain. Alright. Now, once he is down, she's almost here. Alright, there we go. Once he is defeated, all we got left, everything is going to fade white, and that's it. Quest complete. At this point, there are going to be some loot chests right here, right next to our shrines, and it can contain some named items. Nothing really to write home about, and I didn't even get anything. Now from here, the big part is you want the Dream Forge. Now this is where you can either make a crystal disc of dreams from 50 astral shards, or you can combine your essences here to make a crystal disc, so I'm going to make one. This is also where you can unlock the potential in these items. So we'll just clear that there. As you can see, for Rawl's Might, for example, give it shock to shocking power, or you can add the axiomatic to the axiomatic burst, or the up to maiming, bleeding, all sorts. You got upgrades for terror, giving it increase to intimidation and to deception, and all sorts of little bonuses here. You also notice here, with 6 crystal shards, you can get a disc. Now, if you're worried about farming these discs, or like, for example, ion stones, which is a common farm for this quest, once you recall out and turn in the quest, every third completion of this quest will give a guaranteed ion stone drop. So if you're looking for anything like that, they're handy. Some of them, I know I use a couple here, like this one here. Pale Lavender Ion Stone is handy to have. There's another one that gives you bonus spell power. Again, these are level 1 items. So first time, nothing. I would do it another time. Again, probably nothing. Third time, guaranteed. This is also how you're going to get those crystal discs. Now, for turn-ins, it really doesn't matter what difficulty you do. So you can actually, once you do it your first time for that experience, you can just run it on casual for the quick completions. Anyway, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, all.